Hi and welcome to the channel, and today we're going to have a look at this Aputure MC light. It's their RGB light panel. Looked fantastic, couldn't wait to get my hands on it. Got the old one, which is the MX, but it's not RGB, it's just a pure little light. It does have Kelvin change on it from probably 6,000 down to 300, I don't know, something like that. And it's got different intensity as well that you can put into that, which is quite nice. Beautiful little light. We use it all the time. It's so versatile, but couldn't wait to get my hands on this lovely little beast. So let's have a quick look. There. So we've got the light on the top. We'll come back to that in a minute. We've got a manual and some silica gel in the bottom. So we'll put those, not interested in those either. Let's have a look. This is the silicone cover that comes with it, and inside there we've got a couple of sticky pads, Velcro sticky pads. We've got a braided USB to USB-C type cable. That's all for that pocket, and then the back pocket is to put your light in as well. So a quick look at that. So let's have a little look at these. So on the light, we've got a little thread at the bottom to attach to little camera adapters, lighting rod adapters, anything like that. We've got a USB-C connector on there, which is used for charging. We've got the on-off switch onto there as well. We've got a dial, which also presses as a button. And on the top there, we've got a little LCD. We've also got magnets on the back here, which is great. Now this makes it so much more versatile when you're working and you're out on the set. So let's take a clamp here, for instance. Bang, we can just clamp it straight on. There we go, done. Put it whatever position you need. Beautiful. That will be so useful on site. So it's something I've actually thought about, which is quite nice. So let's have a little look at this then. So let's turn it on. I've been playing, obviously we've got it on pulsing at the moment. Let's go through the menus. We've got Bluetooth Connect, so we can connect it to our phone here, which we'll go through in a bit, okay? We then got the next menu, which is for colour. So we can alter the colour on here, we can change the hue. Press the button again, we can change the saturation. We can change the intensity as well. So we've got quite a few options there. We can go in, next menu. It's just Kelvin colour, so from 6500 all the way down to 3200. Press the button again, and we've got intensity. So we've got a good little mix there into that. It does have, as you saw when I turned it on, it's got some FX modes. Oops, wrong mode. Let's just go back into FX. So that's pulsing, does what it says on the tin. Let's see, cop car, please be careful how you use that. Fire, yeah. Party mode, it's just going to change colours. Lightning, TV, faulty bulb, that's pretty good. Fireworks, paparazzi, just whatever the photographer wants. And there you go, it's all the different modes. Cop car's the best though. Let's just put this back onto normal before it does. So that's it, you can control everything via the little wheel. Absolutely fantastic. It's going to revolutionise how easy it is to do stuff. And it's not just, we've had some RGB panels before and we stick gels over everything. We've got gels over in the back at the moment, which is great in the studio, but this is so compact with the battery built in. We've looked at other panels and they're just not as nice and neat as this little panel is. This panel is absolutely gorgeous. Lovely, well machined, and the magnets, brilliant, brilliant. So let's have a little look at the app. So the app is, let me just find it on here. So it's called Sidus Link. Sidus? Something like that, Sidus Link. Let's just turn on the light, bring that into there. So let's reconnect. So every mode that we just went through into there, we can control via this app here. So let's go into pure white light there. And I can change the Kelvin from 3200 all the way up again and just dial that in. I can change the intensity. Now this is fantastic, especially if you're on your own and doing work and you haven't got a massive team with you. You can put this over at the corner and you can control it from where you are. It makes such a big difference. The other beauty is that this app controls a multitude of lights. It's not just the one. I think it's something like, let's have a quick look on here. I think it's something like 100 lights that you can control with the app. Let's have a quick look. Yep, up to 100 lights in a stable network. So hopefully, don't know quite what they've defined as a stable network, but I believe it says up to 400 meter range without the need for an external router. Yeah, I don't know, I'll let you work that out. But either way, in a room or a studio this size, fantastic. We can then go in and we can change the color and do different gels if we want to, so we can match gels, but we can also, got the little color wheel that we can move around and do. And the other feature we got is we got a color picker. So let's, had to have something with color close by. Let's pick up a color, so we're going to scan that straight to blue. Let's scan the red. There you go. Color picker. How good is that to match? What else we got on for here? And effects. So we got all those effects that we had before. We can just put them on. So it's supposed to be a TV. I think it's just going to change intensities as it goes along. Let's do pulsing, because that was quite good. And then cop car, because we like cop car. Oh, you can choose the color as well. So you can do red, blue, red and blue. So we've got a real big scene going on here. Red, blue and white. I think in the UK we're just going to stick with blue. Yeah. How good's that? That's the software, really easy to use. Took me a few minutes to set it up in the first place. You've got to go in, add the light. You've got to reset the Bluetooth on this device for it to find it. It did everything really, really easily. There was no hassle, no headache, it just worked. But I'd never heard of Sirius Light before. So let's have a little look at this diffusion panel and see how good that is onto there. So it's a little bit fiddly, but nice and soft. Let's get rid of cop car. That is a beautiful soft light coming out of there as well. Nice. Let's change that intensity down. Yeah, nice little light coming out of that. You see that on that top camera? Let's put that up. Yeah, beautiful little light. We'll see how well that goes. I think this light isn't really going to be used on people. I think it will be used in the background, so I don't think I'll be using this much. Could be wrong, might need it in an emergency. But I do always have the other one, which is a lot heavier. It's got this massive fin on the back, heat sinky dispersion fin. I'm sure there's a technical name for it. That's what we're going with, dispersion thingy. that puts into there, and that's quite nice, and that's got magnetic front panels onto that as well. But this is a very welcome addition. So light, can't get over that. Well worth having. Hope you enjoyed looking at that little light. It's a beautiful little thing, lovely and light. No pun intended. If you enjoyed the video, thumbs up, it really does help, really appreciate it. Subscribe if you want to see some future tips, and look forward to seeing you soon.